Hi, this is Julie at Love's Beginning, and I wanted to share a metaphor today. The one I received is that truth is a butterfly. And so I was given with that idea, just this idea of a little butterfly and landing randomly on various things. And it's not mechanical, it's not predictable. You don't know where it's going to go. You have to be kind of soft and gentle and quiet in its presence. If you want to observe it, you can't go stomping over to it. And so you don't capture truth. And the mechanical mind is I'm used to approaching things mechanically, um, and with my ego organizing concepts is kind of a rigid stomping thing. And when I'm led by ego, I try to capture things and hold them still and use concepts from the past, even though this is a concept too. The illusions I'm making get used to bring me out of illusion making. So even though this is a concept too, there is a felt difference in the quality of the thoughts that occur from ego versus the thoughts that occur from love. And the thoughts that occur from love do not feel like ones that I'm holding on to really tightly, ones that I'm going to be willing to argue about, or ones that I need to struggle to remember. Even ones that, although I'm telling this to you, even ones that I don't, that I need to, ideas that I need to tell anybody else about, I don't need to really. But in my practice of receiving something and sharing something, it seems it seems to penetrate a little bit deeper if I talk about it. So that's a modality for me, and I find it helpful. So I don't capture the truth, and I can feel the energy of trying to capture something and hold on to it versus just allowing it. So, what do I do with truth? I let it be. What do I do with a butterfly? I let it be. It's flying around there, and I'm letting it be. So, when I go back to the observation of the egoic mind or the egoic thoughts that are coming to me, they tell me how wrong I am or how wrong someone else is. It's always some sort of value judgment. It's always some sort of an attempt to freeze and define something. But the thoughts that come from truth, or just might not even feel like a thought, the flow that comes from truth is very fluid and unpredictable again. So it's like I have to stay tuned to that setting to see what truth is showing me. And now I can see, wow, it takes a real commitment to stay tuned into that frequency of truth. And when I say the frequency of truth, I also mean the frequency of grace, the frequency of harmony, the frequency of love. But in this case today, it was presented to me as truth, like as a guiding force, as the thing that's going to tell me what to say or do next, beyond the confines or the rigidity of the personality or my perspective of anybody else's personality or my own personal judgment of a situation. Truth just comes in and flows and lets me know what to do next and how to do it. So, although I was given this metaphor of truth as a butterfly and one that I need to be still and quiet to watch and observe, truth as it really is isn't flitting around. It's like it's immutable. It's the light. It's enormous. But because I believe I am an entity in time and space, because I seem to be moving through space and moving through time, the form it seems to take while I'm giving myself this experience of time and space is like this little butterfly. And with all the distractions I have made in time and space, I it's almost like watching this little butterfly. Now this little butterfly has the power of all that is, So there's an interesting contrast there, but how I'm experiencing it now, it's like in my sight, it's been this little thing that I haven't paid very much attention to. I've paid a lot more attention to all the distractions. So actually, truth just stands. It's always there. And if I pay attention, what's what's going to light up for me? Truth lights things up for me during my day as far as what is the purpose of this day? Where am I going to go? What am I going to say? Who am I going to say it to? And I'm becoming accustomed to leaving that more and more open and not deciding on what the future is going to be for stressful reasons because of demands. You have to be this way, this has to be that way, and therefore this is how the day is going to go, or this is going to the way the week's going to go. It's like in order to tune into truth, I can't I have to I want to say sacrifice, but it's not a sacrifice. I have to let go of the rigidity, but the rigidity makes me miserable. So it's not a sacrifice of anything real or needed. But to see where this butterfly of truth is going to land next and say, go over here, do this, say this, try this, I have to be quiet and I have to look, and I can't be making personality based decisions all the time. So in time, truth looks like the butterfly. Hey, I just noticed comments. Hi, James. It's good to see you. And James is on the same wavelength with me here. So good to be here together. So it's like somehow it was so helpful to see that truth is actually huge, immutable, powerful, can stream through everyone and everything, and it's up to me. But in my time and space experience, where I am so darn accustomed to being distracted, and right now I'm being distracted by asking spirit, because I'm asking spirit. Usually I have a specific example. Where's my specific example? Actually, spirit just gave me one. But yeah, in time and space, it's like this little butterfly. So I have to watch the butterfly and see where it lands. And here's my specific example. My family's looking for a new home, and it's really interesting to see the ups and downs. And we think we found one that we like, but there are a lot of open questions. So there's this wanting it, and there's this being afraid to get it, and these ups and downs. And I can see in that process where I'm not allowing truth. If there's an overexcitement, or if there's a fear and a pushing away, if there's a depression, like anticipating maybe this won't be the thing, or maybe this won't work out, all these hills and valleys and ripples. And I'm seeing if I stay tuned to that truth frequency into looking for the butterfly is going to tell me what to do, what to say, what house is going to be the one, and I have to trust it. So that will be my week and my day and my month and my year is following the butterfly. So best to you as you follow yours.